You know what I'm saying? What's going on, everybody? It's Yaga here. Welcome to Yaga Rambles. And today is a cold motherfucking day. Jeez. Oh, man, I've talked about it before, man. January just fucking sucks. I can't wait for this month to be over. And I'm looking forward to spring. Like, I'll be honest, we've had a pretty mild winter. We've been pretty fortunate. But, right now it's like Arctic weather out there, and it sucks, man. I don't know what it is about the winter. I feel you would think being stuck inside, you'd have all this creative time, but no, I feel like I'm less creative in the winter time. Like, I just want to hibernate, gather my nuts and just do shit. How are we all doing today? Doing well? I hope everybody's great. I had a decent week. Work's crazy like always, but whose job isn't, right? Something I realized was, like, how many worlds are within our world? We live in this giant planet, and every single day there's an entire subculture going on in every single, area of life. For example, I used to work at a grocery store, and you could just, everybody used to be like, sit there talking about the different worlds, like, those guys... those night people aren't doing their job, stocking everything, right? The frickin' people in the deli suck. Meat department's assholes. And what I mean by this is, like, no matter where you go, no matter what job you have, it's like another subculture of a world in a world. If you know what I'm talking about. It's just crazy how many different things go on at one time in one day. It's really hard. If you step back and look at it, like, damn, there's a lot. Like, so much you can't even grasp the concept of it, I think. There's construction guys sitting there going, okay, today we got to move this cement block into that cement block. We got to dig this hole. And then, just all the crazy, awesome things that we do as human beings on a daily fucking basis just to get life going for our own lives. It's crazy. I guess what I'm saying is, like, I respect it. I get it all, It's, with people, you can't live life without people, man. You gotta have, everybody for something, man. And what I found is the value of conversation too. I had breakfast with a good friend of mine today, and again, we shoot the shit once a week, and it's like something I need. I gotta have this conversation because this is a friend of mine who doesn't always agree with everything I say, and that's great because when you get those people in your life that just agree, so you can you justify how you're thinking or how you're feeling. And you want somebody to validate your parking ticket, I want you to validate my parking ticket. But that doesn't necessarily always get you forward, I think when you have somebody challenge what you're thinking or, your thoughts, it forces you to change your perspective on things. And I think that's a good thing. I think it's healthy, and it's definitely healthy for myself. I can only speak for me. But it's definitely something that I need. Like, whoa, maybe I was wrong in this area. You know what I mean? Oh, whew, fucking dry. I'll tell you about winter, man. Fucking dry. I need a humidifier in this house. It's so dry. Like, my nose is like, go fuck yourself. I need, Oh, man. Chowing down some great Trader Joe's coffee. Do a little plug there. Wintry blend. So good. Oh, yes. Anyway, I was just thinking how much I miss concerts, man. I haven't been to a good fucking show in a while, and I was going to this place down in Joliet, Illinois, not too far down the road from me, because they had a nice club called Mojo's, and they had, like, fucking huge bands there forever. I mean, I saw Killswitch Engage, All That Remains, Hell Yeah there. If you don't know already, I'm a rock metal guy. That's all I love. I love freaking rock concerts, man. And I've been to so many concerts. I went to, Ozfest 2001, 2002. Fucking great shows. I've seen so many bands, Slayer, Tattoo the Earth back in 2000. What a great... My first concert was... wasn't actually a metal show. If you really, technically my first concert was a metal show, but if you really think my first concert, I was like 12, and I was at I believe it was the King County Fair, and there was a country band there named Ricochet, and I had a girlfriend at the time, 12. You know how it is in junior high. It's like a girl. You guys don't touch, you don't kiss, you do nothing. They're just like, yeah, it's my girlfriend. And you just kind of hang out. Or maybe that was just me. I don't know. But, yeah. My first live performance, like real live performance, was this band called Ricochet. And it's just a country band. I didn't even know who they were. But I thought it was the coolest thing hearing everything amped up, like the sound of the kick drum. Just like that bass coming through your chest. Something about it was like, wow, even if it was, I don't like country music, but that's just, the sound quality was like, man, this is fucking amazing. Fast forward a couple years, I'm 15, and my very first real experience at a show was back in April 2000. We saw Slipknot, Mudvayne, and Dope. That was an insane fucking show, man, let me tell you. This was before Mudvayne's first album came out, and if you don't know who Mudvayne is, go check them out. They're fucking amazing. If you're into heavy stuff, those who know them, you know who I'm talking about. And Dope's okay, but what a fucking great combo that show was, man. I was all up in the mosh pit. That was like, when Slipknot just first came out, so they were fucking just starting to get huge, and man, I went crowd surfing during Spit It Out. Fucking getting my face kicked in. I had 5,000 people sweat. Everybody's smoking freaking weed on there, and you fucking stink. Like, you smelled so terrible after that show. Because you got everybody and anybody sweat and bodily fluid on you. And then, like, but for some reason at the end of that, man, that was fucking awesome, Good shit, man. Oh, man. But now, fast forward to me now, I love going to shows, but I can't get into those. I used to go up to the front of the concert and just be in the front row, right up on stage, fucking seeing the people rocking out. Like, if you've never been in the front row of any concert of any band, regardless of whatever music genre you like, you owe it to yourself to get into that front row and really experience that performance. Now, maybe that's a thing when you're younger. At least for me, when I was in my teenage, early 20s, like, man, I fought for the front, got there early, stood there for hours, didn't go to the bathroom, didn't do shit because I wanted to have that whole experience. And then, now I'm like, fuck this. I'll sit in the back, hang back here. Nobody's touching me. This is great. Because now I can't take it, man. I can't take the fucking mosh pits and the elbows and the, people breathing on me. Yes, I can't do it. So I sit in the back, and this Mojo's place was great because it is a small-ass club, man, and I love little clubs like that. Not these giant arenas, but little clubs, because no matter where you're at, the performance, you can get a good show no matter where you're at. Whether you're in the front, in the back, everything's a good view. The sound quality's great, show's awesome. And you used to be able to go upstairs. I think they changed it to something else now. Somebody told me. I don't know. I think they're reopened, but yeah, that's what I want. I heard that Black Sabbath is coming to Chicago to do their very final tour. And I kind of want to go to that. I've seen Black Sabbath. I saw them whenever they got back together. Ozfest 2002, I think it was, or 2001, one of those. I think it was 2002. And Sabbath played, and I got to see all the original band members, and that was pretty fucking cool, They were fucking old then, but shit now, I don't know. Ozzy's past his prime, way past, and who knows. I've seen Ozzy a bunch of times, and I grew up on Ozzy Osbourne, Metallica, and Pantera. Those are like my three bands that got me through my adolescence and my teenage angry years, There's no other band besides Metallica, and only Ozzy makes me cry. Yeah, that's how I connected was through music. I believe music is a great connecting form of art where you can get out so many emotions, whether it's sadness, anger, happiness, all of them, man. It's all through music. There's a song for everything, I think, at one point or another. Excuse me. Didn't mean to do that, but fucking froggy, man. Yeah. Black Sabbath coming to Chicago. I'd love to see it just because, if that is going to be their last tour, I wouldn't mind seeing Sabbath again. It was really cool to see them play fucking Iron Man and all that shit. And, that was like, my dark force when I was a kid. Some Black Sabbath, man. Iron Man, I don't know. That'd be cool. I think it'd be cool. But something. I need something, man. It's been a couple years since I've been to a show. I was going pretty regularly back in like 2013, that time. I saw my now favorite band is like All That Remains, and I've seen them a bunch of times now, and they're fucking great. I got to meet Ollie, the guitar player, at that Mojo's place. He came out into the crowd, snapped a picture with him. I was like, oh my god, you're awesome. Like totally geek out, because they're just hanging out in the crowd. And that's why I like those small venues. You feel like, when I was younger, I had this fantasy that all these people that are like actors and musicians and famous and, they're like somehow like these amazing beings on Earth that are just like, oh, like if I'm in their presence, like I'm just gonna I'm gonna see the light and everything's gonna be amazing. And then you get older, you realize, and I talk to a lot of people. I've met, some celebrities, not a lot, but a few, and I've talked to people who are actually really good friends with certain people and blah, 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 and you get older, and you realize, man, these people are just dudes. Just people. That's all they are, Like musicians, they're just people that decide to play guitar and shit like that. Most famous people, you hear, like, they were working at a fucking grocery store breaking down boxes. So you never know. It's not like they were a nuclear physicist and then they were all of a sudden are just famous. It's like, no, they were just regular people who, had a knack for the creative arts and they followed that path. And then that's how they became the way they did, So that's cool, man. Cause I don't like having a real job, I never like people telling me what to do. I got a fucking ego, but who does? Who really likes being told what to do? I don't know. Where I could just speak for myself, and I hate it. I hate having a job. I like to focus on other things. I like to just keep doing shit that I enjoy in life. And, things like that. Things like this podcast, you know what I mean? I'm going to talk real low and real serious with you guys. Yeah, but, oh, man. It'd be sweet to go to a friggin' show. I'm trying to think. What was my best concert experience? Now let me tell you a story real quick of my best concert experience. Probably the best and most memorable concert that I've been to in my life was back in 2000. It was Tattoo the Earth. And it was a huge event, man. It was Slipknot was headlining. Saw all kinds of bands that day. Mudvayne, Hatebreed, Cold, Systematic, Slayer, Seven Dust. There were like 20 some odd bands. This is an all-day event, and the funny story about this is that we're sitting. So this is in Bridgeview, Illinois, and they put it in a sports dome. And for those of you who don't know what a sports dome is, it's just this big fucking bubble, and they have like batting cages, shit like that, little recreational things. It's a sports dome, so we're in there. This is where they have the show. You got, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 people, a lot of fucking people just packed into this, jam-packed, one entrance to this place. One. It's a swinging, revolving door. Halfway through the day, they run out of water. We run out of water at this fucking show. I mean, like, literally, they're out of bottled water, nothing. And again, I like to be in the front, and this is when I was like 15, so we're sitting in the front row just fucking doing, they had like little hoses, they're just like hosing us down, and since everybody fucking smoked something, this entire sports dome was filled with this thick fog of smoke of all kinds, and it wasn't going anywhere, because there was no ventilation. You've got way too many people for this sports dome that were supposed to be in there. So you've just got a sea of people, a cloud of smoke, so we're all dying, no water, but it was the best fucking show ever, man. Fucking, that's when I saw Slayer, and I had a respect for Slayer that I didn't have before, but then I saw him, and I was like, hey, you know what, it's pretty good live. Yeah, I see why people were all into Angel of Death and Raining Blood and all that shit, but, wow, dude, and then, I was all excited, because we took, my parents' station wagon, and at the time I had a learner's permit for my my driving license, and my uncle took us all, and we had a whole car full of friends. We piled a whole bunch of people, like 9 people in this car. Me, a bunch of buddies, and one chick. And I'm like, I'm going to drive to the show. And I was like, oh, I get to drive. And I'm driving the show. I think I almost got in a car accident, because I was fucking stupid. And I was 15, didn't know how to drive yet, but I wanted to because I was all excited because, I got my learner's permit. And when you're that age and you can drive a car, that's like the highlight of your existence is fucking being able to drive a car. And I got to drive to this show. And, oh, man, but that show was great, man. Fucking Slipknot was killing it. If I could relive that day, even with all the torturing, agonizing pain of no water, we were all dehydrated. Like, when Seven Dust came on, we had to take a breather and go off to the side of the stage because we were literally dehydrated and exhausted. And at the end of the show, like I said, you have one exit. It was literally one revolving door. There were no other exits out of the sports dome. It was probably the biggest fire hazard and code violations of all time. Like, if there was a fire in that place, we all would have been dead. Like, there's no doubt about it. Looking back, like, Jesus Christ, man, we were probably, holy shit, we're glad nothing bad happened because we all would have been fucking dead. And it took us like an hour to get out of the place because you had to just let people go through the door, like literally 1 or 2 people at a time, because that's a fucking revolving door. So it was insane. It was insane, but it was worth it. And I've been thinking, like, looking back sometimes on those crazy-ass wild times, like, fucking A, man. Ugh. That's kind of shit. And you get older. What happens when you get older? You sit in the back of the freaking concert, and you're just, like, looking on, like, oh, that was great. Oh, they got 2 more songs. Let's leave early so, we can beat the traffic. Oh, man. Anywho. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me see. What are some of your favorite concerts to go to? Do you guys have any stories of any cool events that happen? Anything like that? I like to know. Leave me some comments. Download this episode on SoundCloud for free. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter. I will be returning sometime this week, maybe next week, with a guest. I don't know. I'm trying to get people on this podcast, but if not, all you get is me, guys. All you get is me. All right, everybody have a good one. I'm out.